Uh, okay. Okay, guys. Welcome to the lab session for No Code Africa training, or basically just for the new guys. So, No Code Africa is it's a training for Africans who are interested in learning how to build web and mobile applications without having to write codes, right? These are training is for technical talents, guys that are just interested in learning how to do this stuff so that they can build stuff for clients and get paid. And then it's also for startup founders who don't have like so much of funds to pay professional software developers to build like a standard application for their MVP, right? Did I say that right? Yeah. So now this training will help startup founders to be able to like build their own MVP without having to like pay anyone else. Yeah. So it's beginner friendly, and this is like our lab session. We already had like the main session during the day, so this particular session is just for students who had like issues understanding the things that was shown during the main lecture which happened earlier today. Yeah, so okay, and just so you can know, this particular this lab session is broadcasted on YouTube, right? So I'm going to try to share this link to uh other guys on the groups, the guys that want to like maybe view it on. Well, they can still view it from here. Well, it's just for it to be recorded and kept there. I don't think I have to like send it there. So except we have like a very large number of people in the lab, then we can now go ahead and then I'll just go ahead and share the link to the YouTube live stream. But right now, every single thing is currently being streamed to our YouTube. So all the things that is being said here, it will be made available on our YouTube channel. So you can always like watch it again and then see how you can further develop your skill. So we're going to start, but the way it works is you're going to have to raise your hands if you have like a challenge, and then we're not starting from scratch to like show every single thing that is happening right now. Okay, so we're just going to like request you to raise up your hand, like use the raise hand button feature, and then let me know that you have a question. Then from there we'll just like put you in the queue. Okay, so we have one raised hand, so we'll just start like that. So idang is defanga. Yeah. Yes, I can hear you personally. Okay. All right. Okay. 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 All right. Okay. Yes, yes, you're correct. Okay. Let me see the. Okay, okay, fine. It's correct. It's fine. Okay, so now the thing is this. Let me explain something. we did reverse engineering for this whole process, right? That's why we have some issues here and there. Yeah. So normally, right? Um, I think the only person that we are supposed to, like, specify in the database as like a specific role is supposed to be only the admin. You're not supposed to specify that someone is a freelancer, really, because automatically, if someone is just like signing up on the platform, the person is a freelancer, right? If the person is signing up, admins are not supposed to like sign up using the direct way. You can create a database separately for admins. You can create a database separately for admins. You can create a database separately for your normal regular freelancers, right? So we just did a reverse engineering of this thing. Yeah. So you can just let it be like this. Mm. Don't worry, we're here with you. Don't worry. Mm. Okay. Okay, your screen is frozen. I'm not seeing anything. Like, I'm not seeing you. Okay, it just stops here. Which of the logins did you use? Which of the logins did you use? Yeah. Oh, it's the same thing. No, the freelancer is the same as admin. No, no, no. Like which? Oh, it's the same issue with the admin. Okay. Okay. Well, I think maybe after you've done this, I will show you guys how it's supposed to really be, right? Like we'll just work on something like some sort of addition to it, and then of course we'll still show it in tomorrow's lesson. Yeah. So, but I'll show you how it's supposed to be done, like the standard way. But let's just try to see what problem that you're facing. It doesn't log in. It doesn't. It doesn't log in. Okay. So okay. All right. So go. Okay. Do it. Do it like this. Do it like this. Go to the top of your. Go to the home screen. Go to that home screen. Yeah, because I think we. Yeah, the home screen. Your. Yeah. Then click on. Go to the left hand side of your screen now, where you have the home. Just click on that home. Yeah, click on the home. Like I mean, the left hand side of your screen. Okay, so your screen actually it takes it. No, not that place. Not that one. Like the one on. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I think your. I don't know if it's my network, but I am seeing. Like I'm hearing you. I'm hearing what you're saying before I get to see what you're doing. Yeah. No, no, it's good. It's good. So just not like it's good, but it's okay. just, yeah, just click on the home. Let's like click on. Okay, so now the home I'm talking about is under the all screens, the left hand side of your screen where we have the green all screens. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Click on it. Okay, so hold on because it takes like a couple of seconds before what you've done I can see it. I don't know why. So Okay, see, this is the time I'm seeing where you clicked. So change change the click on the home screen, the bottom part there where you have screen navigation type. Change it to normal screen. Just change it to normal screen. Okay, so we'll hold on until I can see it because I'm not seeing it yet. Um, okay, let's hold on. Okay, now I see it. Click on done. Okay, so I think we are almost on the same page now. Okay, so let me see your database again. User database. Click on the records. Yes, open it. Yes, I want to see the records. Okay, so we have to wait a few seconds. Okay, I can see it now. Um, so the one you used, do you know what? Please, can you make this your email a bit shorter because I want you to be able to log in. Just change it to good at gmail.com. Let's use very short one. So click to edit it. Just click it to edit it. Then change it to maybe ID. Yeah, ID at gmail.com. So that when you're typing it, to be very fast. Yeah. So, yeah, just ID. Uh-huh. Okay, fine. Then just save it. I hope your password is not long. You can change your password to maybe one, two. Yeah, yeah. Change it to 12345. Something really simple. No, that's username. You're typing in username. Okay. All right. So save it. And that was for ID. Then do the same thing for good news. Yeah, you can just say good at gmail.com. So we can just like really be fast and okay, fine. So ID at Gmail. I'm very sure ID will not log in. Yeah, I'll tell you why. Then but good should log in. From what we had done so far, I think try logging in with good at gmail.com. Don't worry, we're here. It worked. Okay, so now let me explain what happened there. We actually found this solution yesterday. Let me not try to be okay. So we found this solution yesterday during the last lab. So yeah, we figured out a solution around it. Now the thing is this: for each of your screens, they are like the way Adalo works now, not even the way Adalo works, even in normal conventional design of mobile applications, right? There is a screen that is supposed to be your welcome screen. There's a screen that is supposed to be a normal screen. Then there's a screen that is supposed to be your home screen. So now there is some sort of bug, I think, that is something that happens when you make your home screen, that's the page you want to redirect your users to still be the home screen. It somehow confuses the whole logic in Adalo somehow. So the correct way, the way you just fix that is by doing what we did. Just change the home screen to a normal screen. Because when you do that now, the very first screen, which was the welcome screen, that's your sign up screen, becomes both the welcome screen and the home screen. So it fixes that bug. But now try logging in with ID at gmail.com. I think that's the one that will have an issue. Mm. It's not going right. So, yeah, I totally understand. Now, let me explain why it's not working. Now, you had already given like some conditions on your login page that says that if let's go back to the login screen so you can see what I'm saying. So now the condition that you had given here is when the user clicks on the login button, right? Now, log the user in first. That means let the user have access to the application. But now the next thing is, where do I take the user to? So now you now said that if the user is if the logged in user if the logged in user freelancer, right, is true, then take the user to home. Then you now said if the logged in user admin is true, take the person to admin. That was what you said. Now you didn't give any condition to it about someone that is neither neither an admin nor a freelancer. So that is where the problem is. So to fix that, what you just do is add another extra this thing, but there's still a bug that will happen again. But let's do it. Let's try it. Add another action, and then this time around, just say always. Go to home. Yeah, home, but always. Just leave it like this now. Yeah. So try logging in again with ID. It's a login ID, I think, but now we might have issues logging in good. So, but let's see. Let's see. I think ID is definitely gonna work. It should work. ID logged in because I'm not seeing it yet. Oh, ID worked. Okay, log out now and try good. Let's see. Because I encountered a similar challenge, but I can't remember the results though. But I think it gave me some problem. It should work. I think it should work because the logic is correct. But let's see. Oh, yeah, this is what I was talking about. It's taking us to the homepage, not the admin. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so I think this is where we are going to have to find a way to fix that. So, uh, okay. So now this is it. There's no way to fix it. The logic is totally wrong. Like there is the way Adalo works. We don't have some other scenarios where we can like say if they call it if and else statements in normal traditional programming. So if the user is and if the user has an identity in the database that says admin, then take the user to suitable place. Then if it has this, then take, okay, it's supposed to be if, then else, then maybe else if, something like that. I don't want to confuse anybody here, but Adalo doesn't have that here. So the only solution that we can have here is we have to do it correctly. That means we have to take everything back to sign up page. Yeah. So let me show you guys how that is supposed to be done. So we will just do it. So you can stop sharing your screen. Then I will show us like the correct way of, yeah, correct way of doing it. We'll just do some sort of new application. Then we'll just like try to do it like real fast. Okay. So I will share my screen right now. Wow, I'm sharing my screen and I'm still this is cool. I'm sharing my screen from StreamYard and I'm still sharing my screen again. Really cool. Okay, so where is Adalo? Okay, so this is it. Okay, so let's go back. So I'm just going to create, we'll just call it test app, or let's just call it login. Okay, somebody wants to enter this place. Okay, so we have, I'll choose the blank screen, then go with this, then choose a, let's call it login, multi-login, app, multi-user login. Let's just leave it like that. Okay, so all right, so now we have like three screens like the way Adalo does. Very, very generous. So what we're going to do now is, okay, so cool. Let me show you how it's supposed to be done, like the correct way. We're just doing reverse engineering. So now when what happens is that when your user, first of all, opens the application, it's supposed to see a splash screen. So let's do it. So see a splash screen first, then from splash screen, go ahead and see some onboarding screens. And then while going through the onboarding screens, okay, hold on. So the user signs up, right? Then after signing up, okay, sees the splash screen first, then signs up, but now it's not being taken to a home page. Rather, it's taken through an onboarding process. And then after, at the end of the onboarding process, there are some few things that the user will have to click. So if the user is a vendor, right? So we now have like two kinds of users here. So we want vendors and freelancers, right? So we just have vendors and freelancers. So if the person is coming to use the application as a vendor, then the user has to click a particular button, right, during the onboarding process. Then if the person is actually a freelancer, of course, it's coming to book a workspace, so they will also click a button, right? So let's do that now. So we'll create a new screen. Let's call it it will be a blank screen. Yeah, let's just give it a blank screen. We'll call it splash screen. Maybe splash. Okay, so this splash screen is not going to be at the last, it's going to be in front. So I'll click it and drag it and bring it to this other side. Good. So I'll zoom it in so you can see it. All right. So now this is a splash screen. It's going to just carry a logo. So let's see. I think I will bring in let's just say, let's call it we work. No, let's not use another organization's logo to avoid issues. So let's try let's just write it, like use a text for the logo. Yeah, we'll just use text. Let's call it co-worker, co-worker. I think so. Wow, I'm very creative. Co-worker. Nice name. So we will just make this like really big, maybe 26 or 36. Yes, then we'll try to make it extra bold. Nice. Okay, so Coco. Nice. So this is the brand name, Coco. So the next thing that is gonna happen is we'll have another page here. So it's supposed to be an onboarding page, right? So we'll just put another screen here. This particular screen is going to be another blank screen. So bring it another blank screen here. Okay, so we say onboarding screen. Onboarding. Okay, so I'll bring this one here as well. Okay, so this is gonna be our onboarding screen. So from here, let's see this first, then from there, the move here. So now there is something about this screen. Now I haven't seen a property that allows this screen to wait for a while before just moving. So we will put in something here. We will put in an icon. Yeah, maybe later on I'll find a solution around that, then I will show you guys. So button, I'll bring in an icon, just something little, very little here, something that is going to give us an action. All right, so I will use arrow here. Yeah, so I'm using this guy. Okay, so I just put it like that. So the user should know. Either we do this or we just use a real button, but I think this is simpler. Click this thing and it's like get started. Hold on, let me accept someone in. Okay, so this like get started. Yeah, this like get started. So from this particular button here will take us to the next screen. So we'll click this, link it to onboarding. Guys, can you hear me? Okay, thank you, because I saw something about my internet. Okay, so we have here, I just put this arrow here so that we can have something we can click that can take us to the onboarding screen. So when you click this, it takes you to the onboarding screen. And what we did was we created this, then we created an action that linked to onboarding screen. Cool. So the next thing we can just do now is what should we do? We will put in something here, some questions here, right? Yeah, some text. So let's say are you Do you own a co-working space? You own a co-working space. You own a co-working space, something like this. And then we put it here. Okay. Then we put a button. We're just gonna put a button. Don't forget we're not paying attention to UI right now. Okay. So we'll put in a button here that says the button will say uh list uh list your workspace. List your workspace. Uh okay, not list your workspace. Let's say get started, right? But now we will tell them something here in the text. Okay, so I have to let someone in again. Okay, so let's go back. Then get started. So let's say, do you own a co-working space? Listed in our app and find and get customers. Someone else is here. Get customers. Let's just center these and make it like center. No, not this one. You can click here to center it. Yeah. We're not paying attention to UI, please. So get started. Then this one, we will just duplicate, Control C, Control V, bring it down. We want to create another one here for the freelancers. Are you looking for a co-working space with constant lights and free Wi-Fi? Now, the cool stuff is that Space at some point, we actually had a co-working space. We ran a co-working space for 3 years, 3 years plus actually. That was back in you Akwa Ibom State. Yeah, so that's why I like the whole idea of the co-working space. And the cool stuff about this is that you guys really need to like see yourselves like very, very lucky and fortunate, really, because as a then, like way long time ago, like far back 2018, I didn't know how to do any of these things. And I spent a lot of money, really. Spent a lot of money paying freelancers to freelancer software developers to build me an application just to test my idea. And the funny thing is that most times some of these ideas don't work like that. So, but you've already wasted money paying, building MVPs. Yeah. So, but if I thought you can build something like this with this and test it out really fast and then see where it doesn't work, like the real business, because the app is not the business, the business is the business. So if you can actually use this and get your stuff done, then it will be easier for you. We will have more successful entrepreneurs in Africa. So, and that's basically why we're doing doing what we're doing right now. So if at all I knew something like this, I would have been able to build like lots of my ideas and then just test them without having to spend so much money. And of course I would have been able to fail faster, because in entrepreneurship you're supposed to be able to like fail really fast. Okay, so are you looking for a co-working space with constant light and free Wi-Fi? Search now. Maybe something like that. Search now. We can just make it a little bit cool and say icon, icon and text color. No, not that one. Can we put the icon in front? No. Let's leave that. So search now. Okay, so now we have like the buttons looking so much alike. Let me just awful. Okay, permit me. So this is it. So are you looking for a co-working space with constant light and free Wi-Fi? Search now. Then do you own a co-working space? List it in our app and get customers. Yeah, works. So now with this, this is how your standard application is supposed to work like. That means after you've seen the splash screen, like you click on this, it takes you to the onboarding screen. Then you do some actions here. Okay, so we actually overstep some things. Yeah, I don't know if you guys observed it. So we rearranged it wrongly a bit. So push this here, and then push your login here, right? Yeah, then you can just push this here. Now, the reason is because we're supposed to actually sign up first. And of course, when you sign up first in an application, except some few web applications, they'll tell you to now log in after you've signed up. But the correct stuff is after you signed up, should just take you straight to the database. Sorry, to the home page, right? Sorry, let me let someone in. Okay, so let's go here. Okay, so now let's just look at this again. We're trying to solve, guys, for the guys that are just joining, we are trying to like do it correctly because there is a problem that has to do with logic, right? If someone is not an admin and the person is not a freelancer, the person is just a new user, the Adalo doesn't allow the person to log in because we don't have like some sort of condition that should say, oh, if this person is not here, then do this, right? Although I will still try to find a way to still fix that the other way around, but this is the correct way of doing it. So when we set up things like this, after you've seen this page, you sign up, then of course, you're going to be automatically logged in into the system. Then you see this page. Then after that, you go ahead and let's go ahead and do something else here. Let's add another screen. That screen, we'll call it admin. Yeah. So that screen is called admin. So we now have two places, two platforms here, right? So there's home, then there's admin. So we know home is for the freelancer, right? And then, oh, let's not call it admin. Let's just call it vendor, because I kept on calling it admin in the other class. So let's call it vendor, workspace vendor, workspace vendor. And so then I'll click on the app bar, then I will go to title, then I will just change it to workspace vendor. Okay, so one person is the freelancer and the freelancer goes to home. Home is fine. Then one person is the workspace vendor, so they go here. So now, the next thing we are going to do, which is going to be really cool. Oh, I think we shouldn't. Let's see. Left icon. Let's take this guy off. I don't want it to be seen by the user. I will tell you guys why later. Okay, so now, what we're going to do now is we will come to our database and set things up, right? So, but before we set it up, I want to show you what's happening right now. So the user signs up, all right? When they sign up, they click on sign up. Let's start with the sign up page and to fix something. So they click on sign up. When they click on sign up, what happens in the submit button? So it signs them up into the application. It takes them to home. This was what happened before. No, we don't want it to go to home. That was like default. We want this user to be taken to the onboarding screen. So when they sign up for the very first time, push them to the onboarding screen. Now, when you push them to the onboarding screen, now if somebody clicks this, if the user clicks this, that means we automatically know that the user wants to list a workspace on our platform. So that means the user is a vendor. So we will go ahead and store some sort of data in and information in our database that will help us when we are trying to come and configure the login page. Because after you've signed up, you don't sign up more than once. You just sign up once. Then later on, you can log in as many times as possible. That's like how standard application works. So what we will now do is we will go ahead and then set up like those rows again, the same rows that we created that time. We will do it again this time around in the user database. We'll come here to user database and then we add those rows again. We will say true or false property. Then we'll say vendor, right? Then we say save. Then we do the same true or false property again. Then we say if it's a freelancer, right? Then we save it. Okay, someone wants to enter. Okay, so then let's go back here. Okay, so now we've already created like two fields in the database of the users, right? We have vendor, we have freelancer. Now this is exactly what we're going to use, and these fields, these properties, they are true or false properties. They are booleans. Okay, so what we now do is we will come here and then use those information. So after the user has seen the splash screen, the user will now go ahead and sign up. Upon signing up, the user is being taken to the onboarding screen where they have to click a button. They have to click either of the buttons, right? And of course, after they've seen this onboarding page, we have to make them not see it again. I will show you guys something, right? And we should do it like right now so we don't get to like do it later. Now, let me show you something. So if we go ahead and okay, let's fix this first, and we go back to that issue that I just raised. So if the user clicks on get started, that means the user is a vendor from what we have written here. Do you own a co-working space listed in our app and get customers? If the user clicks get started, that means the user is a vendor. So what happens? Let's store the information in our database that the user is actually a vendor, and they won't see this onboarding screen like twice. They only see it once, so they don't get to like do it several over time. I will tell you how you should make them not see it twice, because of course onboarding screen you shouldn't see it more than once. All right, so let's go to this get started. Then we will go to actions. So when they click on actions, right, what do? We will update logged in user, right? Update logged in user. All right, then what are we updating? We are updating the vendor. Okay, so we're updating the vendor, and then the property is true. So anybody that clicks on this means that we are updating for that particular user. His identity as a vendor is true, and of course if you're a vendor you can't be a freelancer at the same time. Okay, so well, there are some scenarios later that you can always like make them capable of switching their roles. Yeah, maybe in subsequent classes we will do something like that. So we click that. So if they click this, that means in the user database for the particular column that has to do with vendor, it will be checked as true. Okay, then if the user for the first time of seeing this page, the onboarding screen, they can't click these two buttons simultaneously, right? So if they click on search now, that means they are freelancers because of what we wrote here. Are you looking for a co-working space with constant light and free Wi-Fi? Search now, right? If they click on search now, we go ahead and add an action, right? And then we say update logged in user. Now the updated, what are we updating? We are updating the freelancer identity, the freelancer role. We make it true, okay? Then we say done. And that's it. So now if I thought we go ahead and create an account right now, we will see the onboarding process. Okay, guys, let's try it so that you can see the problem that we will face, so that I will show you how to fix it, because it's better that way. Okay, so let's go to preview, and then we will try to fix it. Okay, so I'm signing up. I will just use what is here already, Uche, and that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'll just say Uche. So that's it. So I'm signing up. I signed up for the very first time. It will take me to the onboarding screen. This is the onboarding screen. Oh, guys, sorry. It didn't show us our splash screen. Okay, so let's just go to the database and delete that person because it has recorded actually. So I will delete this user and then fix the onboarding, the splash screen scenario. So initially our sign up page was the welcome screen, because if you click on here, you see that the welcome screen is the first screen if user is not logged in. So we need to change this. So our sign up screen is going to just be a normal screen. Yeah, our sign up screen will just be a normal screen, while this our splash screen now will be our welcome screen. Yeah, our splash screen will now be our welcome screen. So after this, we will now see this. Then from this, we now see onboarding screen. Then this guy see the home page. If we encounter an error, we will change this. But let's just flow with the way it is. So I'll click on preview. If at any point you can't hear me like clearly, please just let me know. Oh, this person was already logged in. So let's log out. I need to confirm that there's no data there's no data here. Okay, there's nothing here. So I will just click on preview again. There was some sort of logged in session in the cache. Okay, so Kowoko, nice. So we will just go ahead and then click on the icon here. It takes us to the onboarding screen. Yes, because we didn't change it. We don't want it to take us on onboarding screen. We want it to take us to the sign up page. Sorry. Take us to sign up page and push. Okay. So we go ahead and then come back here and then we check it out. Kowoko, we click, takes us to sign up page. We sign up. Okay. And then we sign up. While we sign up, it's going to take us to the onboarding screen. This is how a standard application behaves. So now at this point, now I can click on get started, or I click on search now, but I can't click on two at the same time. So what I'm going to just do is I'll test it first with admin. I'll click on this. So that means, oh, it actually worked, right? It worked, but we didn't do something. It worked. So this user is actually in the database now. If we come to database, that's why it's always good to just experience this problem so that you can see how to fix it. The user is there and the user is actually recorded as vendor, right? But now we didn't give it another instruction that said after you've updated this user, what do? You need to add another action that says go to the ad. If it is, if you update it like that, then go to admin. Go, where is it? Workspace vendor. Yeah, so this is it. So this particular part, the first one here for the first button says logged in user. We are updating the logged in user and we are updating vendor as true. So that means the second action is supposed to link us to the workspace vendors dashboard, right? So we didn't say that. That was why it didn't like take us to the next page. So let's do that the same thing for this search now. After we have updated the user, we have to user as like the database of the freelancer, right? See, this is it, freelancer. So we will just go ahead and then update. We will link it to what the home page. Yes, then we will just click done, right? So let me delete the user again, and then we will try it. So I think it's better like this so we can see the errors and how we fix it. I think that's like the best way to learn it. So preview again. Takes us to Kowoko. Oh no, there's some sort of logged in session somehow. So we close this, we check it out again. Kowoko. Then we click on this, it takes us to sign up, and then I sign up. Okay, it takes us to the onboarding screen. I click on get started, then it takes me to the dashboard of the workspace vendor. That works. This is exactly what we wanted it to do. Now we will do some other few things like maybe buttons to log out here. So let me close this and let's just add some button there to log out from the vendor. So I will click here, then go to buttons, go to icon, then just put it here around here, then click here, search for exit. Yeah. Now the cool stuff about this, you don't have to use all these inbuilt icons. You can go and download icons from flaticon.com, and then you use the icons as image. Don't worry, in further classes I will show you guys how to use like your own custom icons instead of using all these other icons because they don't really look very cool. So you can use icons from flat icons. So we put it here, then we will go ahead and then say add an action to it. So the action is more, we want it to user login, and that's log out. Then so it logs the user out, then after that it takes the user to the login page. Yeah, after you've logged your user out, you have to direct it back again. Okay, so we've done this now, so it can log out. Yeah, we don't want to style it, we just wanted to just like solve that problem so we can like see how it works. So now what else? This is the home. We can log out from here. Let's just okay, I think that's it. Let's just make it such that we can know that we are really where we think we are. So welcome, let me just put something, welcome freelancer, right? Welcome freelancer. Then let's put something here that says welcome vendor. So we'll just be really sure that we are where we think we are. Welcome vendor. Closer. You can do like really amazing UIs with like on Adalo. Seriously, I discovered that most of the trainees are UI UX designers. So yes, you can like do really amazing UIs. One of the classes will be how to interpret a Figma design. All right, if a UI UX design made on Figma in Adalo, like to really do it, we'll have a lesson on that so you can just see what's possible. So welcome freelancer, welcome vendor. All right, so now okay, we've done that part. Now you've seen that when the user signs up and what? Okay, so let's see something. Hold on. If the user comes to login, what does the user see? What happens? Okay, so take the user. Okay, now we didn't do anything about the login page. So onboarding screen, right? The user, when the user signs up for the very first time, it goes to the onboarding screen. Yeah. So when the user is trying to log in, the user is supposed to just go to where they belong to. Okay, so let's try something here. Let's go to sign up again. This time around, we'll just log out. Let's log out the other person that is already there. So this is a freelancer, right? So let's just log out this person. Uh, freelancer. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what's happening there. So let's change this home. Remove this home from here, please. And let's just change it from home to normal screen. Yeah, so we don't have those issues we are having, because I just discovered when I close it and come back, it changes from vendor's dashboard to freelancer again. So that's how you fix that one. Just take the stuff out of here. Okay, so okay, we've done that. Let's just sign in a new user. This time around, the user is going to be a freelancer. So Kowoko freelancer, this person is going to just be Sam. So this particular person is going to be a freelancer. So we'll see the onboarding screen. So we click on search now. The first one we clicked on get started, which is for vendors. Then for search now, we just click on search now. It's going to take us to the freelancers, like where the freelancer is supposed to really see it, which is this, is correct. So now let's log out, right? And then let's say we already have an account and we want to log in. Uche. Log in Uche. It's going to take us to the homepage, but meanwhile Uche is actually the vendor. So that's because we have not set the login logic yet. So we will try to fix that now, which I know you already know it by now. Okay, so we click on this, then we'll go to submit, and then we'll fix it. So log the user in first. Then for home, not always, but sometimes. And then you say logged in user. Oh no, not logged in user. More, you go to more, and then you say if it's home, so it should be freelancer is true. So if freelancer is true, take the person to home. Then we add another one that says take this person to vendor workspace. Not all the time. Click on show advanced. Not always, but rather sometimes. If the logged in user vendor is true, that's it. So now if we try to log in again, we will have we'll have like the correct thing now. So we'll say Kowoko takes us to sign up page. No, we don't want to sign up. We've already signed up before. So we'll go ahead and say already have an account. And then we say Uche at gmail.com. So Uche is a vendor. So it's supposed to take us to the vendor page. So click on login. All right, this takes us to vendor, correct? We log out. Then we go to Sam. We log in. This takes us to, sorry. Let's say Sam. And then this takes us to the freelancer. All right. So that's how it's supposed to be, right? Because there's not supposed to be any scenario where someone creates an account, except it's someone is trying to hack your account or something. So someone should not try to create an account and pass it through the onboarding process, and nothing is being registered in the database in either admin or either vendor or freelancer, right? So I don't know. Did you guys understand what just happened here? Do you guys understand what just happened here? Okay, great. So I don't know. Everyone else, you guys understand too. So I'm gonna assume that everyone else understands. Maybe they just don't want to open their their mics. So you can drop comments really if you. Okay, so not totally, but I'll go back to the video. Okay, fine. Yeah, you can just go back to the video. I will share the link to the recording. What we are currently streaming on YouTube. Yeah, so you can like go back to it and check it out. Yes, the class is recorded. Yes. This class is recorded. Okay, so we have spent almost 1 hour. So I think that solves the problem for you, Dong said. And of course, tomorrow during the live training, we are going to switch to using this particular one, the correct scenario, right? I do not quite understand. Okay, so let me do a recap. Let's try to do a recap. I just joined, so I will follow the video. I don't know when Wese joined. Okay, so but I'll just try to run through a recap, right? And see if you can gain some understanding, because I really want you guys to know how this thing is done, really. Because at the end of this training, right? Yeah, so yeah, we want you guys to like be really good at this thing, because we will launch Talcon, and Talcon is going to be the platform that will connect you to clients that will hire you to build products for them, you know, mobile applications, web applications, with these skills that you've learned here. So you get to build it, and then of course you get paid by the clients. So we want lots of we want to have lots of talents, people that are Africans who can, because Talcon is basically for it's a talent marketplace for Africans, really. Yeah, so we just want to see how we can connect more uh technical talents that are Africans to businesses that are all over the world, so that they can, of course, walk beyond border and live better lives. That's like the idea. So yeah, I really want you guys to know this thing. So let me just make a recap. So for us to fix the problem, in previous lesson, we were trying to like build a co-working space application, but now we had like some issues with regards to the login, which somehow it was addressed today. But now there's still a problem, right? There's still a problem. Let me take you guys back to the co-working space booking application, and then you can see the login page. All right. So now the idea was, from what we had here, we didn't have any onboarding screen. So we just get to set the rules in the database manually, which is not supposed to be so. Yeah, we set the whole rules manually. So a normal situation is supposed to be done from the onboarding page. You're supposed to be able to tell your, like, make your user to choose what they want to be doing on your platform, so that you can actually save the information in your database, and that will be used in showing them the screen you want them to see in each time. So the problem with this particular one was that we created a login page for the platform, and then we wanted to like send the users to different sections of the app. If at all the user is a freelancer, the user should go to home. If the user is an admin, we called it admin before, but now we are sticking to vendor. If the user is an admin, they should go to the admin page, which we pushed it up here. Yeah, so we pushed it up here. So admin. So, but now the challenge is that if you look at the logic that happened here, we said log the user in when you click on logged in, and then the very first action here, the second action actually. So send this person to the home screen using the transition push, fine. But when does this happen? Sometimes. And this action will only happen if the logged in user, the freelancer column, is true, right? That means the person is a freelancer. So take the person to the home page. Then another one says, if take the person to that main screen, all right? Sometimes if the logged in user is an admin is true, right? So now, but there's a problem. What if the person is neither an admin nor a freelancer, right? So because when someone is signing up for the very first time, we didn't put any feature here. We didn't put any feature here in the sign up page that when they click, we can update some sort of information in our database to make the person either an admin or a freelancer. So it simply means that when someone signs up for the very first time, right, the person is going to be it's not going to have any of those roles checked, so it's null. So when Adalo looks at it, it's like, what should I do? It's not going to log you in at all, because it's like there's an account, right? But it doesn't log you in because the logic doesn't tally. It was told to do a certain thing, but now it has seen that you don't have the resources for it to be able to use and push it to where you're supposed to go to, right? So that's like, this was the problem that we had. We decided to like fix it by creating a multi-login, screen, right? That was what brought us to this. That was what brought us to this. This particular part, what we're working on before. So we fixed that by creating this multi-login application, like really quick. And then how did we fix it? We just went ahead and created a splash screen. A splash screen is an empty screen. You do that by coming to add screen, and then you click on select on blank screen, then you put in what you have here, and then you click in some sort of button that you can click, your user can click, that will take them to the next page you want them to see after they've seen the splash screen. Now, after you've done that, so now when they click this, it takes them to the sign up page. They sign up. After the sign up, if you click on the sign up, you see the submit button. What does the submit button do? The submit button signs the user up first, then takes the user, after signing the user in, automatically takes the user to the onboarding screen. Where is the onboarding screen? The onboarding screen is this particular single screen here. So it takes the user to this onboarding screen. All right. And then the user can now go ahead and make some decisions here. So do you own a co-working space application listed in our app and get customers? Now, in this particular place now, we now have buttons, two buttons. If the person clicks this, that means the person is a vendor, owns a co-working space. If the person clicks this, that means the person is a freelancer, wants to book a co-working space. All right. So now, if the person clicks on this, what should happen? We want it to do something. We want it to update a particular column in our database with the property admin. Like we want it to update it as true, right? That is what we want to happen. Yeah. So for that to happen, we went ahead and we came here to the database, and then we added an extra two properties here because initially they were not there. We added vendor and freelancer, and we used the true or false property here, right? And then we added them like this. So it's in the user database. Now, so when the user clicks on this on the onboarding, they have actually signed up. So they are in the database already. But now we want to update a particular column in the database, and that column is the admin or freelancer column. So let's click on the records here. So you see the column here. We have the vendor and the freelancer column, right? So we want to be able to update this. And instead of doing it manually like we did before in the previous classes, right? So we just want to do it like automatically. So when the user clicks on this, we go ahead, the user will, like, we will update the current user, the logged in user, right? We'll update the logged in user. What we did was we clicked on add action, update logged in user. That was it. Then from there, we now have these different options here. These are all the properties that are in the database of the user, right? So what we are updating here when they click this button is just the vendor. We are changing it to true. We change it to true, and then we click on done. Then the next thing is when the person clicks on this, we're updating the same logged in user. No, not the same logged in user. Like the idea is you cannot click on the two buttons simultaneously, right? So it's either you click on the very first one or you click on the second one. So if the user clicks on this, so the database of the user, that particular column that has to do with admin, okay, in this case now the freelancer will be updated. So you see it here, will be updated to true, right? And then after that has been done, it has to take them to the screens they need to see. So if it's a freelancer, they should go to the home. That's what this second action is doing. If it is a vendor, then the person should go to, this particular part. Okay, so that was basically what we did. Then the next thing is for us to effect the same thing in the login page. So we came here, we already did this before. So we'll come to submit, then we now go ahead and then create the logic. So log the user in, right? And then take the user to the home. Sometimes if the logged in user's identity in the database freelancer is true, take the person to home. We did this before in like two of our classes. Then if log in the user, send the user to workspace vendor page. Sometimes when the logged in user identity as a vendor is true. So that was basically what we did, and that fixes the problem that we had. So okay, so you can, like, if you still have issues, just go back to this training. Yeah, because at the end of the training I will drop the link to the recorded session on our community on WhatsApp. Then you can go ahead and then check it out. So okay, so let's attend to something else. So I will stop sharing. Okay, so any other problem? Edidion. Okay, Edidion, let's hear you. Very, very well. I can hear you. Okay. Yeah, you mean we should remove the splash screen, or we should put this thing that you're saying on the splash screen? Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, true. You have some points, but in conventional UI, right? In conventional UI, you can't put all those things at the beginning. Yeah, you can't put all those things at the beginning. It has to be there has to be like an onboarding screen. So if you don't want to have an onboarding screen, they can just sign up, and it's not all applications that have to have onboarding screen. But if at all you're going to have scenarios like this, like multi-login users, you need some sort of onboarding screen. And then if it's just a splash screen, then your splash screen should just be your splash screen, and it doesn't last long. Normally, there's supposed to be a time delay on your splash screen. Really, I'll find a way to fix that. Instead of having to click a button, it should just be some sort of animation that just lasts for maybe just 1 2 seconds and then just changes, right? Yeah, because that's like how it's supposed to be. You're not supposed to like tap the screen or like tap something to take you to another screen. Yeah. So, but I totally understand your contribution. You're correct. Yeah, but yeah, you're correct. But in standard UI practice, it's not really cool like that. Yeah, yeah, we can put it after the splash screen, but they you have to sign the user in first. You have to sign the user up first. Do you understand? Yeah, you have to sign. Yeah, you have to sign the user up first. So after signing up the user, then show them the onboarding screen. Mm. Okay. Hmm. There's a problem with that because if you do it like that, it won't work. Because when the person clicks a button that says, "Okay, yes, I'm a freelancer," where do you put it? There's no new user field created yet. So you won't have a column to put it. Now we can only update something that is already in existence. We can't update something that is not there in existence already. So you can't update a table that has not been created yet. Or yeah, you can't do that. So you can only except you want to stress yourself and create another database and say it's just gonna complicate the whole thing. Yeah. You might be trying to make it simple, but you go complicate it. Yeah. No problem. No problem. No problem. So I'm unable to preview. I don't know what I can do. I have refreshed the page, but it's still not working. Please, am I doing anything wrong? Okay, so I don't know. Gaga, right? I hope I didn't murder your name. Please, can you share your screen? Is it possible? Are you on your system right now? I do. Okay, so yeah, just try to. All right, let's say after Gaga, you will present your screen too. So we won't. The class won't. The lab won't take too long today. We'll just do 1 hour 30 minutes, right? So we have like 21 minutes left to the end. Oh, what was one of the time this thing on? Ooh, nice. Okay, so Gaga, is it gonna take a long time? Can someone else present for now? Okay, so w- w- yeah, you can do some basic animations. Yeah, you can even bring I think you can actually bring SVG files, right? Yeah, you can bring, no, not just SVG, sorry. I think you can bring in GIF. Yeah, you can bring in GIF files, like, already animated scenarios into your application. Yeah, I think in one of our classes we'll look at animations in Adalo. Yeah, we'll look at it. Then I think next week we'll now look at the web scenario. Yeah, because we've been working on mobile a lot, so we'll look at the web scenario. Yeah, yeah. So we'll check that out. Wesa, did I pronounce your name well? Okay. Did I pronounce your name well? Like Wesa. Okay. Nice. Okay. Gaga, can you present? Okay, sure. So is anyone else that has a challenge? Because, well, the cool stuff is that during the lab like this, you might have had some issues, but when people share their own issues, you will get to find solution from for your own problem from the solutions that we get to develop here. Okay, so it comes out like blank like this. Okay, so just close it. Let's go to your dashboard. All right. Just can you zoom in? Zoom into the sign up part. Okay. Take it. Oh, okay. So there's some problems with your screen. So can you delete some things? Like zoom it, like swipe to the right so that you can see. Yeah. Do it again so you can like bring it. Okay. Yeah, delete some things because I think there are some problems there. Delete that stuff. Then hold on. Let's see. That's your sign up, and click on the top of that sign up screen. Let me see if that's a welcome screen. Okay, that's a welcome screen. Okay, so uh click on after the big plus button, which is for components. Just the third button down. Yeah, click on that screens. Yes, let me see what is there. So you have login, you have home, you have admin, you have sign up. Okay, so just go ahead, try again. Maybe it might be that thing that you just deleted out. That was the issue. Just try to preview again. It works now. Okay. Yeah, sure. All right, no wahala. Okay, fine. Okay, so that's for that. You can stop sharing. Um so do we have any other issue? Like any other challenge? No one has asked any problem, anything that had to do with today's this thing because I know it was quite intense. Or maybe you guys have not had time to practice it yet. Okay, so is there any other question so we can close? Because if we don't have any other like question, we can just like close. Okay, some people are leaving the meeting, so I think we can close. So, all right, guys. So it was really nice having you guys on today's lab. We've spent 1 hour 14 minutes, and that's good. So, uh, if you if you like had some issues or some things that you did not understand, you can just go back to the recorded session and then check it out. So I will share WhatsApp. Oh, Wese raised his hands up. Okay, yeah, Wese. Okay, yes, yes. I will drop it on the as soon as we end this the lab. I'm going to drop it on the community so you can like click on it and go check it out. Sure, no problem. All right, guys. So it's really nice having you guys here. So try to see how you can, practice. And then if you have friends, really, if you have friends who have laptops and then they are also passionate about IT and they would like to learn how to build web and mobile applications, it's a really be cool if you can share them the link to our WhatsApp community. Really, they can just join. Really, so they can. I'll make sure that they get to like see. I'll list the videos that they have to like check out just so that they can catch up, and then of course they can also join in learning how to build mobile and web application without coding. It's really good. So, and then also, if I thought you've not still subscribed to our channel, please just try to click the subscribe button. We have like almost 1,000 people in that community, and then we have just about 597 subscribers. Please, if I thought you've not, just go to the channel and just subscribe. It's like one of the ways you can just support what we are doing, right? Yeah. Thank you very much, guys. So have a great night. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay.